Is in Washington, D.C. for what many consider a historic Kenyatta-Trump summit. President Kenyatta spoke to Africa 54's Esther Githui about the relationship of his country with the U.S. He talked with the U.S. president and a lot more. Let's listen into that interview.
Mr. President, let's talk about your meeting with President Donald Trump. What are the talks going to be centered on?
Well, the talks will largely be centered on our security cooperation, but more importantly on how to boost our trade and investment, given the fact that the United States is one of our biggest trading partners. We have had a long, solid foundation of partnership that stretches back all the way back to our independence. And I think our objective is to see how we can strengthen that, how we can deepen that for the mutual benefit of our two countries. We want to see how we can improve our trade links. We want to see how we can encourage more American investment into Kenya to take advantage of the reforms that we have made, especially over the last 4 years, but also the infrastructural development that has been put in place. And we want Americans to come and take advantage of these activities, encourage more companies to come in to take advantage not just of the reforms and infrastructure development, but also Kenya's location. And many American companies are very familiar with Kenya, having been amongst the pioneer foreign investors into the East African region. So what we're trying to do is to see how we can step up that partnership, that cooperation, especially with the establishment or re-establishment again of direct links between Kenya and the United States.
Now, when you talk about inviting investors in Kenya as well as U.S. business people, there was a lot of chaos, a lot of violence, and that put away a lot of investors. And I'm wondering about your handshake with your former opponent, Raila Odinga. Are you confident that this handshake is going to hold and the continued peace that we're seeing now is going to hold?
Indeed, I am, because I am committed, and I believe that my partner in this endeavor, Raila Odinga, is also equally committed, with a recognition that politics is just about opposing ideas. It's not about enmity. We all, after all, belong to one nation, one country, Kenya. We are all one people. And it is not in the interest of any one of us to allow political differences to cause a disintegration of our country. And therefore, the onus is on us to really say that how can we ensure we create a political environment that encourages strong political discourse, that encourages positive criticism, that encourages political competition, but not at the expense of the unity of the country. So we are committed to seeing how we can work together, especially to ensure that we unite our people so that we move away from this issue of 5-year cycles where every 5 years the whole country grinds to a halt as they wait to see what outcome it has. And this is where we want to take our country to, and I believe solidly that Raila Odinga is just as committed as I am. Political competition is just that. We are all Kenyans after all. We have no other country but Kenya. We have a responsibility to work together to ensure that we have a peaceful, secure nation on which to build a solid future foundation for our people.